Hi everybody. In our last video, we talked about torticollis. In this video, we're going to talk about something that oftentimes goes hand in hand with torticollis, and I'm going to explain why that is. And we're going to talk about a flat spot on the head, or the fancy word for that is plagiocephaly. When one side of the skull or an area of the skull becomes flat from usually around shortly after birth or in those first couple months of life, and oftentimes results in, if cared for, oftentimes results in helmet. So plagiocephaly is simply when there's a flattening of the head. Typically it's on one side or the other. Sometimes it's on the back of the head. But the cause of that is from the neck and the upper neck being stuck in a certain position for a long period of time. So if a kid has torticollis and they're not able to move their neck and their head is just stuck in one position for a long period of time, that side of the skull will become flat from the constant pressure. Now, as a baby is born, their skull is put together in little pieces. It's kind of like a puzzle. And those skull pieces are put together and they're held together by sutures. Well, those sutures aren't fully fused as a baby. And that's how God designed the body, because as a baby is growing, their brain is growing. So those little pieces of the skull need to be able to expand and kind of float around as the baby's skull and their brain gets bigger in size. So we don't want those to be fused. And in fact, that's why there's the soft spot on the top of the head. That is an area where there is not a lot of bone put on that, and it's soft in the top. And that's where eventually the skull will fuse together in that area. But at birth, it is open and exposed. So the skull is put together, like I said, like a puzzle, and it is very malleable. It is able to be shifted, and it is very influenced by pressure. So if a baby their head is stuck, and maybe they don't have torticollis, but maybe they just favor one side. Parents might come in, bring their kid in, and they'll say, yeah, when they sleep, they're always with their head tilted this way. That is from a misalignment and a fixation of the cervical spine, typically from the birth process. So if you notice a flat spot in the skull, there's really two different things that we need to help with. Number one is we need to get that range of motion balanced. We need to get that upper neck, upper cervical spine balanced so that the range of motion improves and the nervous system, the nerves that control all those muscles, start to relax. And when you can balance out the range of motion in the neck, then the head is not going to be spending the majority of its time as a baby is laying down and sleeping in one position. And number two is we can work with very gentle cranial adjustments. So when you think about an adjustment, it is, and especially when you're working with the cranium, it is a very gentle process. We are just very gently making sure that the different areas of the spine or of the cranium are moving well. We want to make sure that any of the different areas of where the sutures come together, that they are not stuck and fixated. Just like with the upper cervical spine, you want to make sure that that area is moving well also. And very gently, that is a very gentle process. It's not where you're cracking or crunching. In any event, when you adjust a baby, there's no cracking or crunching. It's a very gentle process. And the same goes with when we're adjusting the cranium to balance out how the cranium is put together. So those are the top two things of how we are able to help improve those type of things, whether it be torticollis or plagiocephaly, is by increasing the range of motion, getting the upper neck and the nervous system and the neurology associated with that to be balanced out, and then also making sure that the child's skull and cranial work is balanced as well. So thanks for watching today. If you know anybody that would like to learn more about how we take care and how we approach kids that have a flat spot in the head or plagiocephaly, this would be a great video to share with them, and we would love to tell you about how we can help more. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys next time.